My friends, today I want to share with you a piece of wisdom that has guided my life, a philosophy that has turned an ordinary existence into an extraordinary adventure. It's something my parents taught me, something they practiced their entire lives, and something I've carried with me every step of my journey. Don't miss anything. Don't miss the game. Don't miss the concert. Don't miss the performance. Don't miss the show. Don't miss the conversation. Don't miss the sermon. Don't miss the class. Don't miss anything. It sounds simple, doesn't it? But oh, the profound impact this philosophy can have on your life. It's not just about being busy or filling up your calendar. It's about being present, being engaged, being alive in every moment. Let's break it down, shall we? When I say don't miss the game, I'm not just talking about sports. I'm talking about life's game, the game of growth, of learning, of becoming the best version of yourself. Every day presents new challenges, new opportunities to score points in your personal development. Are you showing up to play, or are you sitting on the sidelines? Think about it. How many times have you passed up an opportunity because it seemed too difficult, too inconvenient, or too far out of your comfort zone? How many times have you said no to an experience that could have expanded your horizons, taught you something new, or connected you with someone who could have changed your life? Each time you do that, you're missing a part of the game. You're forfeiting points, letting opportunities for growth and success slip through your fingers. But when you show up, when you engage, when you play full out, that's when the magic happens. That's when you grow, when you learn, when you become more than you were yesterday. Now, when I say don't miss the concert, I'm talking about the music of life. The laughter of friends, the rustle of leaves in the wind, the rhythm of a bustling city. Life has its own soundtrack unique to each of us. Are you tuning in, or are you drowning it out with noise and distractions? In our modern world, it's so easy to get caught up in the hustle and bustle, to let the beautiful music of life fade into background noise. We walk around with our heads down, our ears plugged, our minds elsewhere. But when we do that, we miss out on the symphony that's playing all around us. I remember a time when I was rushing through an airport, stressed about making my flight. I was so focused on my destination that I was completely missing the journey. But then I heard something that made me stop in my track. It was the sound of a child's laughter, pure and joyful. In that moment, I realized I had been missing the music. I had been so caught up in my own worries that I had forgotten to listen to the beautiful sounds of life happening all around me. From that day on, I made a conscious effort to tune in to life's concert, and let me tell you, it's made all the difference. The world became richer, more vibrant, more alive. I started noticing things I had never seen before, hearing things I had never heard. The simple act of paying attention, of really listening to the music of life, transformed my entire experience of the world. Don't miss the performance. Life is putting on a show for you every single day. The sun rising and setting, painting the sky in breathtaking colors, the intricate dance of humanity as people go about their days, the personal growth you experience as you face and overcome challenges. Are you watching with rapt attention, or are your eyes glazed over, missing the magic happening right in front of you? You see, every day is a performance, and you have front row seats. But are you watching? Are you really seeing the show that's unfolding before your eyes? Or are you distracted, your mind somewhere else, missing the beauty and drama of life's daily performance? I once met a man who had the most fascinating perspective on this. He was a janitor at a busy office building, but he approached his work as if he were a performer on a grand stage. He saw the shine of the floors he polished as a reflection of his dedication. He viewed the people he interacted with as his audience, always striving to leave them with a positive experience. He turned what many would consider a mundane job into a daily performance of excellence and human connection. This man understood something crucial. Life's performance isn't just about the big moments, the grand gestures. It's about showing up fully in every moment, bringing your best self to every interaction, every task. It's about seeing the extraordinary in the ordinary, the magic in the mundane. Don't miss the show. Life is the greatest show on earth, and you've got a starring role. But are you playing your part to the fullest? Are you bringing your best self to the stage every day? Or are you hiding in the wings, too afraid to step into the spotlight? You see, we're all actors in this grand production called life. Some of us are playing lead roles, some supporting characters, but every single one of us is essential to the story. Your life, your journey, your growth, it's all part of the show. And it's a show that deserves your full participation, your full attention, your full effort. I've seen too many people treating their lives like dress rehearsals, waiting for some future moment when they'll finally step onto the stage and start living. But here's the truth. The curtain is already up. The show has already started. This is your moment right here, right now. Don't miss it. Don't miss the conversation. Every interaction is an opportunity to learn, to grow. That chat with the grocery store clerk, the deep discussion with an old friend, the challenging dialogue with someone who holds different views. These are all chances to expand your understanding of the world and yourself. Are you fully present in these moments, or are you half listening, your mind already on the next thing? In today's world, genuine conversation is becoming a lost art. We're so used to quick text messages, to surface level interactions, that we're forgetting how to truly connect with one another. But let me tell you, there's magic in real conversation. There's power in truly listening, in being full present with another human being. I remember a conversation I had with a stranger on a long train ride. At first, I was annoyed at the interruption to my solitude. But as we talked, as I really listened to his story and shared my own, I realized I was experiencing something profound. That conversation changed my perspective on several important issues in my life. It opened my eyes to a different way of seeing the world, and it all happened because I chose not to miss that conversation. Don't miss the sermon. Now, I'm not necessarily talking about church here, although that might be important to some of you. I'm talking about the lessons life is constantly trying to teach us. Every experience, every failure, every success has something to teach us if we're willing to listen. Are you an eager student of life, or are you skipping class? Life is the greatest teacher you'll ever have. It's constantly offering lessons, constantly providing opportunities for growth and learning. But here's the thing. You've got to be paying attention. You've got to be willing to listen, to learn, to grow. I've learned some of my most valuable lessons from the most unexpected sources, from the resilience of a small plant pushing through a crack in the concrete, from the patience of a mother teaching her child to tie their shoes, from the determination of an ant carrying a load many times its size. Life is preaching a sermon every single day. Don't miss it. Don't miss the class. Life is the greatest classroom, and it's got one heck of a curriculum plan for you. But here's the kicker. You've got to show up to class. You've got to be willing to learn, to make mistakes, to try new things. Are you raising your hand, asking questions, diving deep into the subject matter of life? Or are you dozing in the back row, just waiting for the bell to ring? Every day presents new opportunities to learn and grow. Every challenge is a lesson in disguise. Every setback is a chance to develop resilience. Every success is an opportunity to cultivate gratitude. But you've got to be present. You've got to be engaged. You've got to be willing to do the work. I remember when I first started my business, I knew nothing about entrepreneurship. I made mistakes. I faced setbacks. I had moments of doubt. But I approached each day as a student, eager to learn. And let me tell you, that attitude made all the difference. Because when you approach life as a constant learner, there's no such thing as failure. There are only lessons. Now, some of you might be thinking, that sounds exhausting. How can I possibly not miss anything? There's so much going on. And you're right, there's a lot going on. But that's the beauty of it. Life is abundant, overflowing with opportunities and experiences. Your job isn't to do everything. It's to be full present in whatever you choose to do. You see, it's not about quantity, it's about quality. It's about approaching each moment, each interaction, each experience with intention and awareness. It's about being fully there, fully engaged, fully alive. So how do we do this? How do we live a life where we don't miss anything? Well, my friends, it starts with a simple shift in perspective. It starts with embracing the second part of this philosophy. Go look, see, learn, try, taste. Let that flavor of life be part of your lifestyle. Go look. How often do we really look at the world around us? I mean, really look with curiosity and wonder. We're so often caught up in our own thoughts, our own worries, that we miss the incredible beauty and complexity of the world around us. The intricate patterns in a leaf, the play of light and shadow on a building, the subtle expressions on people's faces. There's so much to see if we just take the time to look. I challenge you to start each day with a sense of curiosity. Look at your surroundings as if you're seeing them for the first time. Notice the details you usually overlook. You'll be amazed at how much richer your world becomes when you truly start to look. See, this goes beyond just looking. Seeing means understanding, perceiving, gaining insight. It's about looking beneath the surface, questioning, seeking to understand. When you truly see, you begin to understand the interconnectedness of all things, the cause and effect that shapes our world. I remember a time when I was struggling with a business decision. I was so focused on the numbers, on the short-term gain, that I couldn't see the bigger picture. But when I took a step back, when I really looked at the situation and tried to see it from all angles, I realized that the decision that seemed right on paper was wrong for my long-term vision. Learning to truly see saved me from making a costly mistake. Learn. Life is the greatest teacher, and it never stops offering lessons. But it's up to us to be willing students. Every experience, every interaction, every challenge is an opportunity to learn something new. About the world, about others, about ourselves. The moment we stop learning is the moment we stop growing. I've made it a habit to ask myself at the end of each day, what did I learn today? Sometimes it's a big lesson, a profound insight. Other times it's something small, a new fact, or a useful skill. But by asking this question, I ensure that I'm always in a learning mindset. Let's try. This might be the most important one of all. It's easy to sit on the sidelines to play it safe. But life's richest experiences, its greatest rewards come when we're willing to try, to step out of our comfort zones, to take risks, to be willing to fail. Because here's the truth, failure isn't the opposite of success. It's a stepping stone to success. I've failed more times than I can count. I've had business ventures that didn't work out, relationships that ended, projects that fell flat. But each of those failures taught me something valuable. Each of those failures made me stronger, wiser, more resilient. And each of those failures led me one step closer to success. Don't be afraid to try new things. Don't be afraid to fail. Because in trying, in risking, in being willing to fail, that's where the real growth happens. That's where you discover what you're truly capable of. Taste, savor life, my friends. Don't just gulp it down in big, hurried swallows. Take the time to really taste the experiences life offers you. Feel the textures, notice the subtle flavors, appreciate the complexity. This is about being present, about fully experiencing each moment. When you eat a meal, really taste it, appreciate the flavors, the textures, the effort that went into preparing it. When you're with friends, savor the laughter, the connection, the joy of shared experiences. When you achieve a goal, take the time to really feel the satisfaction, to appreciate the journey that got you there. Life is rich, complex, full of flavor. But so often, we rush through it, barely tasting what it has to offer. Slow down, savor, appreciate. Let the full flavor of life dance on your tongue and nourish your soul. When you embrace this approach to life, When you go, look, see, learn, try, and taste, you're letting the full flavor of life become part of your lifestyle. You're not just existing, you're living. Fully, richly, deeply. Now I can almost hear some of you thinking, that sounds great, but I'm too busy. I've got responsibilities, obligations. I don't have time for all that. And I get it, I really do. Life can be hectic, demanding. But here's the thing, this isn't about adding more to your plate. It's about changing how you approach what's already on your plate. It's about being fully present in each moment, fully engaged in each task, each interaction. It's about bringing curiosity, openness, and enthusiasm to everything you do. When you do that, even the most mundane tasks can become opportunities for growth and fulfillment. Let me give you an example. Say you're stuck in traffic on your way to work. Now, you could sit there, fuming and frustrated, watching the minutes tick by. Or you could see it as an opportunity to practice patience, an opportunity to listen to an audiobook and learn something new, an opportunity to really look at the world around you, to notice things you've never seen before on your daily commute. Same situation, completely different experience, all because of how you choose to approach it. Now, let's talk about why this matters. Why is it so important to live life this way? To not miss anything, to embrace the full flavor of life. First and foremost, it leads to a richer, more fulfilling life. When you're fully engaged, fully present, you experience life more deeply. The highs are higher, the joys more joyful. Even the challenging times become opportunities for growth and learning, rather than just obstacles to be endured. Secondly, it leads to personal growth. When you're open to new experiences, when you're constantly learning and trying new things, you can't help but grow. You develop new skills, gain new insights, become more adaptable and resilient. In a world that's constantly changing, these are invaluable qualities. Thirdly, it leads to stronger, more meaningful relationships. When you're fully present in your interactions with others, when you're truly listening and engaging, you connect on a deeper level. You build trust, understanding, and empathy. And let me tell you, in the end, it's our relationships that give life its deepest meaning. Fourthly, it leads to success. Now, I'm not just talking about financial success, although that can certainly be a part of it. I'm talking about success in its broadest sense, achieving your goals, realizing your potential, making a positive impact on the world. When you're fully engaged in life, when you're constantly learning and growing, you can't help but move forward, can't help but succeed. But perhaps most importantly, living this way leads to a life of no regrets. At the end of the day, at the end of your life, you won't be wishing you'd spent more time worrying, more time playing it safe, more time going through the motions. You'll be grateful for every now. I want you to think about something for a moment. Think about the great men and women throughout history who have made a real impact on the world. The inventors, the leaders, the artists, the visionaries. What do they all have in common? They didn't miss out on life. They were fully engaged, fully present. They looked, they saw, they learned, they tried. They tasted every flavor life had to offer. Take Thomas Edison, for example. He didn't just invent the light bulb and call it a day. He was constantly looking, constantly learning, constantly trying. He saw possibilities where others saw only problems. He learned from every failed experiment. He tried over and over again, never letting failure deter him. And in doing so, he didn't just change the world. He experienced the full richness of life. Or consider someone like Eleanor Roosevelt. She didn't just sit back and enjoy the privileges of her position. She engaged fully with the world around her. She looked at the challenges facing society and saw opportunities for change. She learned about the struggles of others and used that knowledge to fight for their rights. She tried new approaches to diplomacy and social reform, and in doing so, she not only made a significant impact on the world, she lived a life of incredible depth and meaning. These individuals understood something crucial. Life isn't something that happens to you. It's something you actively engage with, something you shape through your choices and actions. They didn't miss out on anything because they were too busy creating, too busy living, too busy making their mark on the world. Now, I'm not saying you need to invent the next world-changing technology or become a global leader to live a meaningful life. What I am saying is that you need to bring that same level of engagement, that same enthusiasm for life to whatever it is you do. If you're a teacher, don't just go through the motions of delivering lessons. Really see your students. Learn from them as much as they learn from you. Try new methods to reach those who are struggling. Taste the satisfaction of seeing a child's eyes light up with understanding. If you're a business owner, don't just focus on the bottom line. Look for ways to innovate, to better serve your customers. See the potential in your employees and help them grow. Learn from your competitors and your failures. Try new strategies, new markets, new products. Taste the thrill of building something meaningful. If you're a parent, don't just go through the daily routine of caring for your children. Really look at them, see who they are becoming. Learn from their innocence and wonder. Try to see the world through their eyes. Taste the joy of watching them grow and develop. Whatever your role in life, whatever your passions, whatever your goals, approach them with this philosophy. Don't miss anything. Look, see, learn, try, taste. Let the full flavor of life infuse everything you do. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. This all sounds great, but how do I actually do it? How do I start living this way? Well, my friends, I'm glad you asked. Because the beauty of this philosophy is that you can start right now, right where you are. Start small. In your very next interaction, practice being fully present. Really listen, really engage. In your next task, approach it with curiosity and openness. What can you learn from this? How can you grow? Look for opportunities to try something new, even if it's something small. Take a different route to work. Try new food. Strike up a conversation with someone you don't know. Small steps taken consistently lead to big changes. Practice gratitude. Take time each day to really appreciate the experiences you've had, the things you've learned, the people you've connected with. Gratitude opens our eyes to the abundance of life, helps us see the extraordinary in the ordinary. Cultivate curiosity. Ask questions. Wonder why things are the way they are. Look beneath the surface. The more curious you are, the more interesting life becomes. Be willing to be a beginner. Too often, we don't try new things because we're afraid of not being good at them. But here's the truth. Everyone starts as a beginner. Embrace that. Enjoy the process of learning and growing. Practice mindfulness. This doesn't mean you need to start meditating for hours every day. Although that can certainly be beneficial, it simply means practicing being present in the moment. When you're eating, really taste your food. When you're walking, really feel your feet on the ground, the air on your skin. When you're talking with someone, really focus on the conversation. Seek out new experiences. Make it a point to regularly do something you've never done before. It doesn't have to be big or dramatic. It could be as simple as trying a new hobby, visiting a new place in your town, or learning about a topic you know nothing about. Embrace challenges. When faced with a difficult situation, instead of wishing it away, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can this help me grow? Some of life's greatest lessons come from its biggest challenges. Connect with others. Share your experiences, your insights, your challenges. Listen to others' stories. We can learn so much from each other, and connecting deeply with others adds richness and depth to our lives. Reflect regularly. Take time to think about your experiences, what you've learned, how you've grown. This helps to reinforce the lessons and insights you've gained and helps you to see your own growth and progress. Now, I want to be clear about something. Living this way, not missing anything, embracing the full flavor of life. It's not always easy. There will be times when it's uncomfortable, when it's challenging, when it would be easier to just go through the motions or play it safe. But I promise you this, it's worth it. The richness of experience, the depth of understanding, the joy of genuine connection, the thrill of personal growth. These are the things that make life truly worth living. And here's the beautiful thing. The more you live this way, the more natural it becomes. It becomes your default mode, your way of being in the world. And when that happens, my friends, that's when life becomes a grand adventure, a journey of constant discovery and growth. So I challenge you, starting right now, commit to not missing anything. Commit to going out there to look, see, learn, try, and taste. Commit to letting the full flavor of life become part of your lifestyle. Because here's the truth. Life is happening right now. This moment, this day, this is your life. It's not a dress rehearsal. It's not something to be endured until the weekend or until vacation or until retirement. It's happening right now. And it's up to you to grab it with both hands, to squeeze every ounce of experience, growth, and joy out of it that you can. You see, at the end of the day, we don't regret the things we did nearly as much as the things we didn't do. The conversations we didn't have, the chances we didn't take, the experiences we let slip by. Don't let that be your story. Instead, let your story be one of a life fully lived. A life rich in experiences, in learning, in connections. A life where you can look back and say, I didn't miss a thing. I tasted every flavor life had to offer. Because that, my friends, is what it means to truly live. That's what it means to not just exist, but to thrive. That's what it means to embrace the grand adventure that is life. So go out there. Don't miss a thing. Look, see, learn, try, taste. Let the flavor of life infuse every aspect of your being. Because life is calling, and it's time to answer. It's time to live fully and completely, starting right now. Remember, success is not something you pursue. It's something you attract by the person you become. And when you live life this way, full present, fully engaged, always learning and growing, you become the kind of person who can't help but you become the kind of person who inspires others, who makes a difference, who leaves a lasting impact on the world. So don't wait. Don't put it off. Don't say someday. Someday is a disease that will take your dreams to the grave with you. Start now. Start where you are. Use what you have. Do what you can. Because life is not about finding yourself. It's about creating yourself. It's about becoming the person you want to be, living the life you want to live. And that starts with a decision to be fully present, a decision to engage fully with life, a decision to not miss a thing. You have that power. You have that choice right here, right now. So what are you waiting for? The world is waiting. Life is waiting. Adventure is waiting. And it's all just outside your comfort zone. Step out. Reach out. Look out. There's a whole world of experiences, of growth, of connection waiting for you. Don't miss it. Don't let it pass you by. Grab it. Embrace it. Live it. Because at the end of the day, at the end of your life, that's what will matter. Not the things you own, not the titles you held, but the life you lived. The experiences you had, the people you touched, the growth you achieved. So I leave you with this challenge. Starting today, commit to living fully. Commit to not missing a thing. Commit to tasting every flavor life has to offer. Because life is not meant to be lived halfway. It's meant to be lived fully, completely, with every fiber of your being.